Today we're going to dive deep into balancing your hormones the right way. I'll be sharing a step-by-step process that doesn't just focus on surface fixes, but addresses the underlying root cause. And starting with how your body processes and absorbs the nutrients that fuel your hormonal health. First of all, did you know that your hormones depend on key nutrients like magnesium or zinc and B vitamins to function properly? So if you do not absorb those nutrients, even though you give it to your body will still struggle to function properly. So if your gut is inflamed or your liver is sluggish, those nutrients may not get where they need to go in your body. So in this video, we're going to connect the dots between your gut, your liver, and your hormones. And I also give you actionable steps to bring balance back into your life. By the end of the video, you'll not only understand the connection between nutrient absorption and your hormonal balance, but I will give you a clear understanding and an actionable plan to start making changes today. So now grab a tea, not a coffee, grab a tea or water, and just let's dive right in. Hormones are the body's chemical messenger. They regulate so many essential processes. They regulate your energy, your mood, your metabolism, your menstrual cycle, and even your sleep. Think of them as like the managers in a factory. But if one manager is out of sync, the whole operation slows down or breaks down. So this is when women can't get pregnant anymore. The whole reproductive system is shut down. So how do you know if your hormones are out of balance? Some of the most common signs, as mentioned, are irregular periods or no periods at all, but also weight gain that is unexplained, mood swings, chronic fatigue, skin problems like acne, and digestive issues like bloating or constipation. These aren't just random symptoms. They are often your body's way of saying something deeper is going on and it actually wants help. It's literally crying for help. But here is where it gets interesting. Your hormones don't just operate in isolation. They rely on nutrients to do their job. So for example, magnesium helps with progesterone production, which is obviously essential for a regular menstrual cycle. Vitamin D regulates your immune system and supports estrogen balance. Zinc is critical for ovulation and overall reproductive health. But if your body isn't absorbing these nutrients properly, it doesn't matter how much kale or how many supplements you take. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes. What's even more fascinating is that hormonal balance can actually make absorption worse. For example, low thyroid hormones slow down digestion and reduce your stomach acid, which you need to absorb key nutrients like B12 or iron. High cortisol, your stress hormone, can inflame the gut and disrupt your microbiome, making it harder to absorb vitamins like B6 and folate. It's a vicious cycle. Poor absorption worsens hormonal imbalances, and hormonal imbalances worsen absorption. Understanding this connection is so powerful. If we focus on supporting your body's ability to absorb nutrients and address the root cause in here, so the root cause of the imbalance, you can start feeling better from the inside out. And that's what we are going to dive into the next steps now. I want you to understand how you can break this cycle and restore harmony to your hormones. Now, we've laid the foundation. Now let's have a look at the key players in nutrient absorption. And the key players are your liver and your gut and your digestive enzymes and how they directly influence your hormonal health. Before we dive into the steps, let's talk about nutrient absorption, because if your body can't absorb the nutrients it needs, even the healthiest diet or the best supplements won't make a difference. It's important to understand that. Nutrient absorption starts the moment you eat, in your mouth. Your digestive system breaks down food down into tiny molecules so they can be absorbed into your bloodstream and delivered into your cells. But this process depends on several key factors working in harmony: stomach acid, digestive enzymes, bile, and a healthy gut lining. Stomach acid is like the first line of defense. It breaks down proteins and helps you absorb critical nutrients like vitamin B12 and iron. But if you're stressed, you may have low thyroid function. Or you take maybe antacids regularly. Your stomach acid levels can drop, leaving the nutrients unabsorbed. These enzymes produced by your pancreas break down fats, carbs, and proteins. If your pancreas isn't producing enough of the digestive enzymes due as well to stress, age, or hormonal imbalances, you might experience bloating, gas, or again, nutrient deficiencies. And next up is your liver and your gallbladder. Gosh, they're important. Your liver produces bile, which your gallbladder stores and releases to digest fats. Without enough bile flow, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, they don't get absorbed properly. And guess what? Your hormones need those fats to function. And lastly, of course, we talk about gut health. Your gut microbiome, those trillions of bacteria in your intestines, they play a huge role in breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. An imbalanced microbiome caused by things like a poor diet, but also antibiotics or stress, it can lead to bloating, inflammation, and again, nutrient deficiencies. So why does all of this matter for your hormones? Let's break it down. Without enough zinc, your body can't produce adequate progesterone. Progesterone is needed to sustain a pregnancy. Without progesterone, it's going to be very, very hard to have that fertilized egg implanted into your body. And also, if you don't produce enough progesterone, you may get irregular cycles. A lack of magnesium disrupts cortisol regulation. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It leaves you feeling wired, but really, really tired. And insufficient omega-3 fatty acids from poor fat digestion can increase inflammation. And that can worsen conditions like PCOS or endo. It's all connected, and nutrient absorption is at the center of it. But here's the kicker. Hormonal imbalances like high cortisol, low estrogen, or low thyroid function can slow down digestion and weaken your gut lining, creating a very vicious cycle. And the worse your absorption, the worse your hormonal imbalance. But the good news is you can take back control. Yes, you can. By focusing on restoring your gut, your liver, your digestion, you set the foundation for your hormones to thrive. So in the next section, I'll share step by step a plan to improve nutrient absorption and naturally balance your hormones. So let's get into it. This actionable plan is pretty much a sneak peek to what we're going to do in the 12-week fertility program that starts on the 1st of December within the Fertility Circle. Let's have a look what we're going to do. So first of all, we're supporting your liver. And you're doing this already if you're on the Fertility Circle, because you're starting there with a liver cleansing smoothie that is helping your liver to detox, because it's your body's detox powerhouse. It processes excess hormones, it filters toxins and produces bile or fat digestion. And we are starting with the liver because your liver comes before your gut. Your liver is so important. And when your liver is sluggish, it can lead to hormone imbalances like estrogen dominance, which shows up as heavy periods, mood swings, or bloating. So, your actionable step to support your liver is to include cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, because these are rich in compounds that help your liver to detox excess estrogen. Another fantastic liver cleanser is dandelion. Yes, you heard right, dandelion. You can pick those little leaves and put them in your smoothie or put them in a salad. They're very bitter. Generally speaking, bitter food is usually very liver friendly. So anything what is bitter is your liver's friends. So anything what tastes questionable. Another really good trick to help your liver is that you start your morning with warm lemon water to gently stimulate your liver. And if you want to try herbal teas, you can try dandelion root or milk thistle tea. That again supports liver function, but also bile production. And of course, I don't think I have to say this, avoid excess alcohol, but also processed foods and environmental toxins like synthetic fragrances. Yes, perfume is not your friend. Or let me rephrase, perfume is not your liver's friends, because they all burden your liver really, really bad. Check out your perfume candles or those incense sticks. Incense? You know what I mean. Those sticks that smell. Just check them out. They are not good for you. Yeah, lost track for a second. Let's go back to the next step. After the liver, your gut is the next plan of attack. Your gut isn't just for digesting food. It plays also a massive role in hormone regulation and obviously nutrient absorption. A healthy gut microbiome can help your body regulate estrogen levels, while an unhealthy gut with bacteria that might be not that favorable, that I can't speak anymore. Bear with me. So a not favorable gut microbiome can lead to bloating, inflammation, and poor nutrient absorption. To combat this, one of my favorite foods on earth is sauerkraut. I like it better than kimchi, but more for taste than for anything else, because I grew up as a German, I grew up with sauerkraut. I love this. Sauerkraut, kimchi, or even unsweetened yogurt are a really good idea to add to your diet. With yogurt, be careful. If you are sensitive to dairy, that's not a good idea. And sauerkraut or kimchi are better than yogurt, because you will find many more beneficial bacteria in there that create a healthy microbiome. The good thing with sauerkraut or kimchi is as well, it has a lot of prebiotics. And prebiotics are the food for probiotics. Probiotics need something to feed on. So if you eat sauerkraut, you get the best of both. But also, if you're eating foods like garlic, onions, or even bananas, they feed the good bacteria in your gut. Think wholesome foods. Think vegetables and fruit. They contain prebiotics. Another very important step is to step-by-step reduce processed sugar, fried foods, or if needed, gluten or dairy, to remove food that give you inflammation. Inflammation in your gut is killing your health. I use those strong words for a reason, because I need you to understand that foods that cause inflammation within your body are really harmful for your reproductive system. And your body is giving you signs. Absolutely. If you start listening to your body, you will understand and know that certain things don't agree with you. You might get bloated all the time after you eat that certain food. You might feel absolutely like crap or tired, or your nose is runny. You might get breakouts. Your body will tell you. You just have to start listening. And then the next step is to eliminate it, but also doing it in a way so you don't feel deprived. And these are the things I teach you in the fertility circle. And this is why we started as well with a mindfulness section where we start eating mindfully and rediscover the joy in eating. Let's go back to balancing our hormones. Another important thing is, and I said it, digestion starts in your mouth. You need to chew properly. It's so important, and we so often forget it. Chewing is a simple step, but it can improve your digestion tremendously, and nutrient absorption starts already there. If your body isn't absorbing nutrients efficiently, again, even the best diet on God's earth won't fix your hormones. So Let's focus on improving digestion so your body can get the nutrients it needs. Then we can also add digestive enzymes if needed. So there are enzyme supplements that can help if you experience bloating or gas after meals. Another step is that you're limiting your water during the meals. So drink before or drink after, but not during your meals, because it can dilute the stomach acid and that slows down digestion, but not in a good way. What is really important as well, and this is where I have a heavy focus on in our 12-week program, blood sugar spikes and crashes are a major cause of hormonal chaos, especially for insulin and also cortisol. Keeping your blood sugar stable is critical for long-term balance, so focus on protein, healthy fats and fiber at every single meal. I can't stress it enough. So you could have, for example, a piece of grilled salmon. There's omega-3 in there, it's fantastic. And you add some roasted veggies and an avocado. And you can also time your carbs a little bit better. You can save those starchy carbohydrates like sweet potatoes or quinoa, for example, for dinner to stabilize blood sugar overnight. And then what can also help is with insulin levels is that you swap high sugar snacks for options like nuts and seeds or boiled eggs, because they have fat in there and protein and fiber all in once. Yes, not in the boiled eggs or no fiber, but the nuts and seeds. But boiled eggs are still really, really good snack. Keep you full for longer. Let's talk about step 5, lowering the stress levels and supporting your adrenals can help tremendously. When cortisol is out of balance, it can disrupt all of the other hormones, progesterone, estrogen, and even your thyroid hormone. So managing stress is non-negotiable for your hormonal health. So you could practice deep breathing every single day. Count to 4, in, hold for 4, and out for 4. Meditate, journal for 5 to 10 minutes daily. And you could also include herbs like ashwagandha or rhodiola that can help regulate cortisol levels. And please, please, sleep. Sleep for 7 to 8 hours. It's so important. Everything stands and falls with sleep. Poor sleep increases cortisol and throws off your hormonal rhythm. If you sleep bad, you will also eat bad. It's a vicious cycle. If you don't do anything else, improve your sleep, 7 to 8 hours. Now we have 5 powerful steps. And remember, consistency is key, not perfection. Even small steps, they can make big difference over time. Tracking your progress, obviously. We have journaling. If you keep a small journal to note daily changes in how you feel, you can actually see how you progress. You can write down things like your energy levels, mood, digestion, and sleep quality. And also, please write down what you're eating and how you're feeling after, because this will help you to pinpoint what causes inflammation in your body. Every single sign your body gives you is a sign that you may put something into your mouth that's not good for you. Another good tool is cycle tracking. So if you track your menstrual cycle, it's literally a game changer. So if you note the length of your cycle, any PMS symptoms and changes in flow and spotting, and if you also track your basal body temperature, it makes a massive difference in understanding what's going in your body. Don't feel like you need now to overhaul your whole life. And again, we will do it step by step within 12 weeks, because if you do it overnight, you will rely on willpower. It just does not work. One step at a time. So in the fertility circle on the 1st of December, we will start with one step, the next week with another. In between, I will teach you about your menstrual cycle, more about your hormones, what's happening in your body, why we're doing things. That whole program is designed to help you to absorb the nutrients, to get your gut right, your liver right, your insulin level stable, and get back on track. And yes, 3 months might seem like a long time. It's actually not. Creating hormonal balance takes at least 3 months, if not longer. To really see an effect, give it 3 to 6 months at least. And it really depends on your body. Sometimes those changes in your body take even longer time, and that's okay. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. This was it for this week's Q&A, where we talked about how to address hormonal balance. And I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope it gave you a bit more clarity. Let me know if you have any more questions. And also, please let me know what kind of questions you have for next week for me to answer. I'm more than happy as well to squeeze in more than just one question into that video. So bombard me and I will keep it a bit shorter. You can also give me obviously more detailed questions and we go from there. So yeah, drop a comment, not below on YouTube. Drop a comment in the Facebook community, please. And remember, be kind to yourself.